Yeah, all black everything. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, tell a friend. Yes, we back again. Taberstock Institute, Chapter 5, television, or tell lies to your vision. How you break it down. We back at it again. Like, you share, subscribe, put your thumbs up like you're hitchhiking. You know, the slogan. I do not own the rights to this music. Piece of the King, Black Thought. Make you think it's politely here. You know what I'm saying? So it all correlates. We're going to take off right where we left off. Yes, and it continues. It goes, given the way that news, does your mind ever engage in deliberative thought about any single item? No, it doesn't. Rather, you watch, merely take in the information in the format it's presented to you. Would it surprise you then if I told you that within 2 hours, most viewers could only remember vague summary about what they saw? Middle East is on fire. More civilians were killed somewhere. Floods wiped out a large chunk of land in, yes, where European economy is weak and other country has asked to be rescued. Ukraine. In his article, the quote causation of the news industry, end quote, explains, excuse me, that even the live coverage of car crashes, gang murders, rapes, natural disasters, wars, terrorist acts is served upon the basis of careful studies conducted at the neurological divisions of the leading medical schools. In recent decades, psychological warfare experts have unveiled a new pseudoscience called victimology, developed by the London's Tavistock Institute, which is premised upon the theory that individuals can be put through trauma by being exposed to shockingly graphic visual accounts of violence. End quote. This type of brainwashing, according to Lonnie Wolf, is called selective retention. Television causes people to suspend their critical judgment capabilities because the combination of sound and images places the individual in a dreamlike state, which limits cognitive powers. If you were to summarize the news items, what would you say? That we are living in a violent and degraded society. In other words, a degraded view of man as animal, killing, murdering, raping innocent people the world over. Secondary image, economic collapse, fear, and hopelessness. Sound familiar? Just look at it. Man. Look at it right now. This is older news, but this is it's a cycle. It continues because they want it like that. If you don't understand, you are left with this vivid image of society planted in your head. It is painted thus because no cognitive thought process was used to arrive at the real story behind the event. Hal Becker from the Future Groups contends that through the control of television news programming, he can, excuse me, create popular opinion by manipulating what you think and act. Excuse me, the way you think and act. Quote, Americans think that they are governed by some bureaucrats in Washington who make laws and hand out money. How wrong they are. Americans are ruled by their prejudices, and their prejudices are organized by public opinion. We think that we make up our minds about everything. We are so conceited. Public opinion makes up our minds. It works our herd instinct like we are frightened animals. But there is a very big difference between a beast and a man. This difference lies in our search for eternal truth, mhm, and for the meaning of life. Truth always lies in the higher order of processes and in the creative powers of the individual human mind. Thinker's mind. So it's a moral problem. the problem of mankind's destiny that no animal can ever solve. Every generation must advance beyond that of the preceding generation, and that hope that will happen should be on what's on the mind of the person who is dying of old age, that their life has meant something because it laid the foundation for a better life than they knew for the up and coming life. See? On the other hand, people like Freud, Bertrand Russell, Eric Triss, Emery, Adorno, who believe there is no significant difference between man and animal, must deny the existence and relevance of eternal truth in our search for the meaning of life to render all men morally insane. Ooh, let me say that one again. On the other hand, people like Freud, Bertrand Russell, Eric Triss, Emery Adorno, who believe there is no significant difference between man and animal, must deny the existence and relevance of eternal truth and our search for the meaning of life to render all men morally insane. Mm-mm-mm. This is the job that your government does on the people. That's domestic terroristic violence, homegrown. Tavistock Institute, powerful information coming down, dropping down. We're gonna leave it right there and come right back. Mm-mm-mm. Do your own diligence. Don't take my word for it, man. You can see it in your face if you recognize what's going on. Maybe you will, maybe you don't. Looking to spark that inside you, though, with that sleeping giant inside you. Peace and love. Think light, all black, everything. Big dreams, many streams. Coming back. Like and share, subscribe it. Thumbs up like you hitchhiking. You know the real deal. Peace and love, y'all.